Hello and welcome to Daily Rob for Thursday, the 30th of June 2016. I finally arrived. That's a good message. I made it to my second sort of project, farm stay, that I had talked about in the previous stories, in which I prepared my move from one farm to another. And and here comes the thing. I feel I finally understood the difference between these different possibilities that are called help X, work away, woofing. And they are essentially, for those of you who don't know, these are essentially concepts for people who are in somehow in a transition phase, a period in their lives. And that's especially it goes for me. I feel I don't know what I want in life. I have no idea what my main project in life is. What I'm really good at, what I'm passionate about. And for those people, these concepts are brilliant. They allow you to contribute to whatever help is needed. Sort of. You join a project for a temporary while. They accommodate you, they provide you with food, and you help with whatever is needed. That's the general concept, and that's what unites all these different platforms, like woofing, like Workaway and HelpX. But here comes the difference, and I feel I finally found that difference. While woofing is essentially really focused on sort of people or communities who have, farms on a slightly larger scale than a garden. HelpX and Workaway are essentially platforms where you can just basically ask for any kind of help. That can even be, keeping an eye on the children at home or walking the dog, as I'm doing right now. So there is a huge range of sort of difference between a proper woofing project and any of these HelpX projects. And the project I'm currently at, I found it on Woofing PL, so on the Polish woofing platform. But it turned out to be not really a woofing experience in a classical way, with a farm or a farm project, but rather an individual project. It's sort of joining a family's work in the garden, in whatever is needed or is envisioned by them. So yesterday, for example, when I arrived, we started to build an insect hotel to accommodate wild pollinators and give them a new home because they're so important for our ecosystems. Great project. Yet it's different from my previous experiences, in which I stayed with sort of a larger set of community or more volunteers in a more farm type setting. Not to say that it's bad, it's just different. And I'm very grateful that I could finally sort of get to this experience and experience the difference between a farm stay, and sort of an HelpX project. And I'm not sure if that is a general trend in Poland, but I see far less sort of communities so far than individual HelpX projects. There are some sustainability eco-villages that I haven't been to yet, but who knows? Maybe I get there. And then I can also share this experience. But so far, it's been these sort of more individual projects. The last one I stayed at was still sort of a farm stay, but it was already a mix between an individual project set up by just a family for their own benefits rather than an entire intentional community. The likes I've seen so often in Spain especially. yeah, so here I am walking the dog of my sort of host family. It's great, it's nice to do these different tasks. I mean, it's also like, really mundane, basic things like fixing something in the house that you just need to do if you are a house owner. So if you join a HelpX project, this is much more likely probably to happen than in an intentional community in which the focus is much more on the agriculture side of things, and where volunteers are especially needed on working with the fields and the land, applying maybe principles of permaculture and so on. So it's a different experience. Yeah. So looking at the time, it's been 5 minutes, the usual time. I guess that's all for today. It's a new yet unreflected experience, because I don't want to judge at such an early stage. I'm very grateful for yet another possibility of people giving me the chance to stay with them, to sort of allow me to experience my bohemian transition phase, to maybe get closer to that realization what I really want in life. And as my daddy had said once to me, you can't influence it. It's like an accidental lightning hitting you, and then you know what your purpose in life is. I'm still waiting for that lightning to strike me, so I can't tell yet if he's right or not. But yeah, this time is certainly needed, I guess, and can't be enhanced or facilitated, neither be shortened. It's just as it is. Yeah, so I wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you like the sounds of birds in the background. As one person had reported back to me, that person really liked the sounds of nature and the countryside, so that's very appreciated. Yeah, and then I guess I see you tomorrow, Friday, just about to start with a new weekend. Goodbye.